That $800,000 listing I was talking about, I just
Yeah,
solidified it. So I'm signing that sucker tomorrow and we're getting it on the market. We'll have it, hopefully have it on the market by Friday.
that's awesome. Hey,
Yeah.
when you prospect, good things happen
Nice.
Absolutely.
every time.
Every time.
Emmanuel, how's paradise?
Lovely. Paradise is always.
You really should move your computer so we can see the beach outside the window and just.
Heck yeah, man. I totally agree.
I got in my car this morning. I was like, I'm going to freeze to death. I'm pretty sure by the time my heater kicks in.
Oh man, down here it's 85 degrees today.
No, really?
No, I'm not joking. It's not. This is not December. This is not typical December weather for this part of Texas. This is pretty atypical.
That is awesome.
Yeah, it's called global moderate weather. That's what it is.
Let's see how cold it is here today. Problem is it snows and it's like putting ice in a cooler. Just stays cold. It cools down everything once it snows.
Oh yeah. I am not a cold weather person, I can tell you.
So it's 27 degrees.
That is cold. I only like the cold when I'm in the room or in the car. Other than that, it's hot all the time out here.
It's either hot or hotter. Have you read Spin Selling, Matt?
I have, yeah. It's it's a read, dude.
A good read or a?
It is. So
Bob said it's a #1 sales book.
well, it is, and it's because it's how the studies were done. I think it is one of the only nationwide studies done on sales. I mean, that's not true, but maybe to the extent that it was done, they studied everything. They were looking at big ticket items, small ticket items, service sales, everything, and they were looking for things that would indicate what makes a good salesperson or a good sales organization.
Okay.
And they found it. And they did the study with Xerox, I think. I think it was Xerox originally. And Xerox was so shocked by the results, they said, nope, we're going to keep doing what we're doing. And so then they recommissioned the study some years later. They did it again. And guess what? And it was very scientifically done. And they came up with the exact same results. And that's when they went, oh crap, we better actually pay attention to what this says. So if you want to learn the science behind sales, that's it.
That's the one.
That is the book. That is the book,
Right.
because some of the best sales organizations in the world implement a lot of those strategies that have been studied in the book. Some of them may not even know it. They just do it. And that's what makes them such great sales organizations.
Interesting.
Yeah. So, but it is an information heavy book. So it's not an easy read, I'll tell you.
Has all the science in it.
Oh, it does, man.
Yeah.
Just read it or get the Audible book to it, and you'll see what I'm talking about.
I just bought it. My goal, 2023, so my wife and I were talking about this. Our word of the year is to be intentional. So usually we have a word of the year.
I like that. Yeah.
Intention, not goal. My intention is how corny is that? But it works. Whatever. Corny sells.
Oh, I don't think it's corny at all.
So my intention is to read 52 books this year, a book a week.
Oh my God, that's insanity. Good for
Yeah.
you. You'll be the smartest dude I know. Hold on, I got a guy. Hold on, I got one of these guys calling me.
Yeah.
Hey, Mark, how you doing? Doing good. I hope that was not a family funeral you were at.
What book is that, Kent, again?
Yeah, I know being a
Spin
yeah.
selling.
Well, I know being a pastor, that's a very important part of your job. But when you sent me that, I thought, oh crap, I hope that's not family. Yeah. Oh no. That that would have been the most inappropriate thing you could have done. Let me it, either you better
All right.
yeah, either checking your cell phone or looking at your watch. Those are the two things they'll burn you if you do that. So, oh no, heck no.
Yeah, spin selling is what
They're,
it's
they're
called.
not going to
I
do
never
owner
read it.
financing on it. They want to sell it outright. So, which I mean, I understand, and they've had it on the market for a while. But I will tell you, I am looking since we've updated. Remember, we said this in the past. I've said this to you in the past, but once you updated
Hi,
that
good
text
morning. I'm
message
looking for the property owners of Parkway
the
Boulevard.
difference between the 250 to 350, the number of houses versus 350 to 450, it's tremendous. I mean, it's like night and day, because that's really where the vast, I say the vast majority, that's where there are a lot more houses, is in that 350 to 450 range uh, on Crystal Beach. And then also too, when you get to that range, you can demand more
Hello,
bedrooms and
Miss
more
Bird.
bathrooms, and that helps with the VRBOs and
Oh,
the
sorry
way
about
the
that.
rules,
Have a good
because
day.
your money is made on the number of people that your property can accommodate, right? So if you've got a one bedroom, you just simply cannot make as much money on it unless you convert it to a two, as you can some of the bigger properties where you have multiple bedrooms. So, and what a lot of people do is, because some of these are like 0 bedrooms. It's a big open space with a kitchen and a bathroom. That's it. There's no bedrooms in it. So what a lot of people will do is put bunk beds in them, keep it still an open space, but put bunk beds and stuff like that so they can up the number of people they can accommodate. Mark, did I lose you? Hey, Mark, are you there? Did I lose you? I can't hear you, my friend. Are you there? Yeah. So anyway, yeah, that's right. Yeah. Yeah, and now's the time. If you're looking for a beach property, now's the time. If you wait till spring and it starts to warm up, guess what happens? Guess what happens to the prices? The prices go up with the warming up of the weather. That's just what happens. So, and we'll see the same thing next year. I think prices. Well, I don't think, I know, because they already are. Prices are starting to regulate downwards, which is nice. The ones that are coming on the market aren't coming on at these ultra premium prices that they were earlier this year in 2022, in the first part of 2022. So the prices are already starting to regulate, which is a nice thing. And then as we go into the winter months, we're not going to see, there's not going to be any giveaways or penny on the dollar type thing, because there's just no need for it. But we are seeing prices come down a little bit, which would be a good thing for you if you decided to buy. So you just get more for your money at this point. Well, it's so funny. It's so funny. Because
Hi,
I shared
Natalie.
with you that I
Kent
had
over at Summit Realty. How are you today?
my wife and I bought a rental property, and
Doing great,
I had a friend
thanks.
of mine.
I was just calling you with
He
a bit
cash
of
for it. His
neighborhood news. We
private
just
money lender.
listed
So I had
Claudia
him put cash
Laycock's
up for it,
home
and then I have to
over on
refinance
300
out of
West,
his name
220 South. I
into
don't know if you know
another
her.
mortgage. So I start going through the refinance process, and of course, what do they
490,000. I
come up
was
with? But
calling
they
to see
say,
if you might know of
okay,
anybody
give us
that
your
maybe
2021
looking to move
taxes. And
into
I'm
that
like,
area.
crap, I don't have those. And they're like, okay, well, you're past the extension.
In Orem, yeah.
Typically, if you were doing your taxes, you could give them the extension, say, hey, I filed an extension. They'll say, okay, we'll just go based on your 2020 taxes. And they would have skipped 2021. But now that you're past any extension time, they require 2021.
So I see.
So I spent
not a problem.
An entire weekend. Actually, I spent an entire Saturday. I got up at like 5 o'clock in the morning.
West in Orem.
And sat down and just hammered out my taxes. By the end of the day, it felt like,
I don't know how your number popped up, and I do apologize about that.
Back. So.
Oh, so you were the executor. Okay.
Uh-huh.
Well, I appreciate you taking my call, Natalie. You've been very kind. Is there anything real estate related that we can do for you at this?
Right. Oh, no, I understand. Well, and they will most likely want to see that your income from 2020
Thanks, Natalie.
to 2021
Have a wonderful day.
For Jay.
Not down. That's not always the case. I mean, if you're making $200,000 a year and you made 190 the next year, they're not going to complain. But if you make 200,000 in 2020 and you make 50,000 in 2021, they're going to go, whoa, wait a minute. Yeah, what happened? So,
hello, good morning. I was looking to speak with Miss Smith.
Was that right? So it's pretty steady. It's pretty steady. Okay. Well, that's good. I would. Uh-huh. Yeah. Right. Yeah, you can roll it out of your name and do a refinance into a 30-year mortgage. Right. Absolutely. Yeah. A really cool loan. This is the one I'm getting on this new rental property I just bought, is called an all-in-one loan, and that is a really, really cool loan product. So I'm excited to give it a try and see how it works. It's called a first position HELOC. So basically, what it allows you to do is, as you build equity in the property, you literally get a checkbook and a debit card against your property. So and I'll give you a quick for instance of how that would work. So let's say I need a new roof on my rental. I will write a check for the repair or the replacement of the roof out of my rental property. So the bank literally pays the roof, and my tenant is paying that roof off. I never have to come out of pocket for that money. So it's really, really good for rental and investment property. So that's why I like it. So everything you spend comes out of the property, and everything you get goes back into the property. And then of course you can pay yourself a stipend every month on the profit, which is really nice. So yeah, it's a super cool loan. So. Uh-huh. Oh, that's crazy. Oh yeah. Goodness gracious. Oh yeah. Yeah, just enjoy it. Yeah. Well, I've sent you those properties. I'll certainly call these people, but the problem is there's a bunch of them, so I'll be on the phone all day. So do me a favor when you guys have a minute, because I'm going to be sending you these properties. Y'all log into the portal. So what you click on that email, click on the link that I send you, and it'll just log you in, and that's your portal. So every time I find your properties, they'll go into that portal. You'll get updates constantly every time a new property pops up. So you guys can go in and take a look at it. and say yay, nay, or hey, this one's been on the market a while, and we really like it. Matt, call these guys and see if they do an owner finance, right? Because yeah, good deal, absolutely. Please do. Well, I sent them to you, and let me know if you need anything else, man. And okay, talk to you soon. Hey, man, have a great one. Bye bye. He's a good dog. He's a good dog. He's my Ruby dog. He's a good dog. Good dog.
Man, usually I get more of a response on just listed, just sold.
What's that?
Getting a lot of voicemails this morning. Usually I get a lot more pickups with just listed, just sold.
Oh yeah. My dog's about to drive me nuts. This is Ruby. She's like, hey, I'm ready to go outside. You want to go outside? You want to go outside? Yeah, okay, I'll take you.
He's ready.
Oh, she's ready to go. Be right back.
That's a lot of voicemails today. Can't.
Yeah. Some days are for shaking the tree. Some days are for picking up the fruit. We're shaking the tree. It's a shake the tree kind of day. You ever heard that saying?
All right. Nope, but kind of.
Never heard that
We
saying?
gotta shake the trees today. We'll pick up tomorrow.
So if you go to a fruit tree and you shake it, sometimes fruit doesn't fall off. But if you keep on shaking that tree, fruit falls off and you pick up the fruit. Matt, have you ever heard that saying?
What's that?
Some days are for shaking the tree. Some days are for picking up the fruit.
I never have, but that makes complete sense.
So we're just shaking the tree every day. And every once in a while, a bunch of fruit will fall.
Oh, that's a fact. I sold I had a lady that a friend of mine was going out of town and needed me to help him sell a property for a lady that he knew. And it was a trailer and on a little piece of property, and it wasn't much. And but this lady needed help, and I thought, well, heck, I'll take that business. I worked harder on that thing than any property ever. I had it under contract 4 times before I sold it. I just closed it late last Friday of last week. 4 times I had it under contract. 4 times. I worked my tail off on that thing. I made about as much as someone who works at Mackie D's did.
If you put your time,
That's right. I told you time, man. It was holy moly. Hello, this is Matt. Yes, how can I help you? No and no. I'll be honest with you. I appreciate the call, but I'm not interested in moving or seeing any of that kind of stuff. Not this year. Thank you. Bye-bye.
That was weird.
Hey, Charles, this is Matt Parker with Keller Williams Realty. You spoke to a team member of mine back in August, and you had mentioned you had given some thought to possibly selling your property on Winthrop. And I just wanted to follow up with you and see if those were still your plans. Feel free to give me a call. My number is 832-643-8443. Again, 832-643-8443. I hope this call finds you well, and I'll talk to you soon, my friend. Have a great day.
Book 1 of 2023, just got it today from the title company. Christmas story right here. I'm actually just going to read 52 picture books, Matt.
That sounds about my speed. It's the Cat in the Hat, Green Eggs and Ham. You're like, I'm kicking ass and taking names on this.
I just start sounding,
that's chump change. I get 10 read tonight.
Start sounding like Dr. Seuss.
That's right. Prospector I am, Green Eggs and Ham.
I do not like to meet here or there. I do not like to meet anywhere.
Could you imagine talking to prospects like that? That'd be funny as hell.
So one thing, a game that we used to play, it was probably pretty unprofessional, but it makes it fun, is with prospects that were just, giving you a hard time. We'd have a word of the day that you'd have to sneak in, and it would have to be like some ridiculous word.
Yeah.
And so if a prospect was giving you a brief, you just throw in that word of the day.
Like ball hair.
Yeah. Yeah, the ball hair over there. The ball hair over on Countryside Drive.
Hold on, I'm trying to read it. It's the address is a little scratched out. Is that 1418? That ball hair. That's what it is.
Yeah.
Ball hair drive.
And it's funny, people would never catch on to it.
That is pretty funny.
Just goes to prove they're not listening to you. Okay, you want a good book, Matt?
Yep.
The War of Art.
Say it again.
The War of Art.
The War of Art.
It's probably one of the best books I've ever read.
Really?
Mm-hmm. It has a lot to do with prospecting, not prospecting in general. He's an artist or an author is what he is. So he writes books, but it has a lot to do. You could cross it over into prospecting.
Yeah.
It'll give you a kick in the butt.
Well, I often need that, so I just added it to my book list.
It's one of those books you'll start reading. It's fairly short. It's only like 140 pages.
Uh-huh.
And most of the book is pretty condensed, or not condensed. Like you'll have half pages throughout a lot of the book. So it's a quick read, and it's one that you'll read and not put down.
I like those kind of books.
Yep, me too.
Hi, Susan. This is Matt with Red Oak Realty Services. You spoke to a team member of mine back in July, and you said you were open to the possibility of selling your property on 30 Laguna Road here in Montgomery. And I just wanted to touch base and follow up with you and see if that was still the case, if you had considered that any further. And also let you know that our company here at Red Oak Realty, we're a full service real estate team, and we would love to help you and be a real estate resource for you in the future. You're more than welcome to call me on my cell phone at 832-643-8443. Again, 832-643-8443. If you have any real estate related questions, we would love to help you and get those answered for you. I hope this call finds you well, Susan, and I hope to talk to you soon. Have a great day. Bye-bye.
Well, Matt, I figured it out.
What's that?
Why nobody's answering?
Your phone numbers?
Yeah, it's spam.
You got to change them? Yeah, spam likely.
Mm-hmm.
You can always, one of the things you can do is if you feel like that's happening, call me and it'll call my phone and it'll show me. So
I use Follow-Up Box.
Yeah.
And within Follow-Up Box, you can change your number.
Right. I remember you telling me.
So I just call myself and it will pop up.
Oh, and it popped up spam likely?
Yep. So let's try this one. Yeah. Okay, make a call to spam risk. Gosh, dang.
So if you're doing let me ask you this, with Follow Up Boss, would you pull in like expired and FSBO data from RedX and put it into Follow Up Boss and call them that way, or just call them through RedX? And once you create a contact, then move them over to Follow Up Boss.
Yeah, that.
Yeah.
So if they're I think I told you we hired a lady to go in and clean up our Follow-Up Boss, and
Oh yeah, how did that go?
awesome. Amazing.
Oh yeah.
So the response rate is really high. So if I get a person in RedX that says, yeah, I'm thinking about selling here in a few months and I need to drip on them,
Right.
I can just go and say, okay, this is where this person is at, and it creates an action plan, and we'll just sit there.
Whoa.
And it has pretty high response rates. She wasn't lying. She said within Follow-Up Boss, when we were talking to her, she said, you're going to have about a 20 to 15% connection.
Yeah.
With those people, or them opening your emails, opening your texts. And she said, mine's closer to 70, and it's been true.
Hers is closer to 70.
70. Yep.
Holy crap. And then did she give you any idea? Now, she probably doesn't have this data, but did she give you any idea of conversion from that number? Let's say it is 20% or 15%. We'll do the lower number.
Sorry, say that one more time.
So let's assume for a second that you had a 15% read rate overall, right? On your text messages, your emails, whatever that is. Did she give any indication what kind of conversion that is to like closed properties?
She didn't.
Yeah. Because I would see, because it seems, and that makes sense, because her job is not to track followed sales properties. Her job is to get your customers and clients to open the marketing material so that you can be top of mind.
Yep.
That's her job.
For it to be flashy enough for them to say, oh, okay, yeah, I'll open this.
Wow. That's pretty cool though, man. That's pretty amazing.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, so far so good. Hopefully it continues. Okay, let's see.
So, another question I was going to ask you. When you make a call, let's say you're calling a just listed, just sold back, and they're not answering the phone. Do you send them like you call them, leave them a quick voicemail? Do you send them a text message to follow up, typically, or no?
Yeah, typically.
Yeah, and you do that through Follow Up Boss, right?
If they're a good lead, yeah, I will. Because what I want them to do, I have the Follow Up Boss app.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm trying to do all of my texting out of the Follow Up Boss app.
Okay. Instead of doing it through your cell phone.
Yeah.
I mean, if they become a client of yours, then everything is on your cell phone.
Yes.
But for the most part, it's through the Follow Up Boss app.
Yep.
Okay.
And we want all of our assistants to do that as well, because if an assistant ever leaves, we don't want,
Yeah.
a buyer's agent ever leaves. We want to just be able to say, okay, new buyer's agent or new assistant, this is your new number.
Right.
It's going to follow you.
Yeah. Instead of having them call your old assistant's cell phone and then she conveniently never gets back to you. Right.
Yep.
Like,
Yep, exactly.
I called Tammy for a month and yeah, no, I understand that.
That's bad business.
That is very bad business. And y'all do, and Follow Up Boss has the pre-formatted text messages. So did this lady create pre-formatted text messages and stuff for you, like for prospecting too, or is it mostly just for your database?
Everything. Yeah, new buyer leads, new seller leads, everything.
Really? So every lead that comes in, because you and I have talked about this before. If you have a database and your database is just sitting, it's not paying you any money. But if you have everybody in your database on something, right? That's why I do the weekly email, because in my mind, I don't have my database on everybody on something. So I have a weekly email. I have a monthly text. That way, everybody in my database is on at the least that weekly email, that monthly text.
Yep.
And so, but y'all are doing that, and it's a lot more. And what I like about what you're talking about is it's considerably more specific.
Yes. And you can create action plans throughout.
Right.
So it kind of, instead of saying, oh, I got a monthly email and I'm expecting that, which they should.
Yeah.
But there's also different things throughout to throw them off a little bit.
See, I like that a lot better. All CRMs have action plans and all that kind of stuff. The problem is you have to physically go in and create them, and who in the crap has the time for that? Right? Who has the time?
That's what she does.
That's the point. That's what I thought was so interesting about this lady, is that she has all that stuff done for you. So
see, you'll move them into different phases, which I really like. So if it's okay, they're under contract, we tag them as under contract.
Yeah.
Now it's going to blast out an email to them that says, hey, congratulations, you're under contract. Here are the next steps.
I like
and then
that.
we put in their deadlines as well. And it sends out a reminder, text and email. Hey, just a reminder, your due diligence deadline is today. So it's just, it takes that load off of us and the assistants and
right,
automates it all.
Yeah, see, I really like that. All right, you're making me want to go with Follow Up Boss.
I think I love Follow Up Boss. Okay, let's see. Is this number the one? Yes. My answer rate's about to go through the roof.
Oh yeah, did you change numbers?
Mm-hmm. Okay, go in here. Here we go.
Does she pull your database over and put it into Follow Up Boss, or does she just take Follow Up Boss and just go after it?
So she pulls our database over.
So if you had a different database, like in, for instance, like me, like in Mojo, she would take that data in Mojo and bring it over to Follow Up Boss.
Well, you would do that. Sorry. The company we hired?
Yeah.
No, you would do that.
Okay.
And set it up. And then you just put them on the action plans. Hello, Suzanne? Oh, sorry about that. By chance, did you ever live on 400 West in Orem, or am I just completely off? Sorry about that. Well, have a wonderful rest of your day. I really appreciate your time. Bye. Have you ever had people where you say, hey, have a wonderful day, and they say, don't tell me what to do? That's like my favorite.
Did she really say that?
She didn't, but she like hesitated. I've had so many people tell me that. Don't tell me what to do. It's like, okay.
Oh my God. That sounds like a petulant child.
I know.
Hey, what are you up to? That's none of your business.
It's none of your business.
Yeah. It's none of your beeswax.
Okay, we got a question. What keeps you motivated with follow-ups after you get so many people that say no, and how do you stay organized and disciplined?
Good question. Well, I would say it's for me, it is mindset, right? And it took me a while to learn this. And so I hope anybody that's relatively new in real estate learns this much faster than I did. And that is, don't take it personally. I used to, when I first started, I mean, day one, I was calling FSBOs and expireds, and I'd get cussed out, and people would say things, and it'd be negative, and I took it personally. I mean, I like the end of the day, I was a ball of stress because I'd been yelled at and fussed at, and after a while, I had a friend of mine tell me, he goes, dude, these people don't know you, so they don't even know to be mad at you specifically. You just happened to call. You were probably the 58th realtor to call them that morning. They were already upset, and they just unleashed on you because you happened to be on the phone.
Yep.
So it's not you that they're mad at; it's their circumstance. They're angry that their house didn't sell. They're angry that you're the 58th realtor that called, but it's not directed at you specifically. So quit taking it personal, and get some tougher skin. And that kind of made me go, oh, that's true. That's absolutely true. And so now it's kind of a game. I've actually tried recording people who cuss me out and stuff like that. And when they go nuts, and this is very rare, but when people go nuts, it's almost funny to listen to. So that's one of the ways I stay motivated, is I just don't take it personal anymore. And then understand too that besides not taking it personally, is also know that there's at some point you are going to reach someone who really needs your help. I mean, they really do. I have helped clients close properties. I have a client right now that they've been under contract 3 different times. It was an expired property under contract 3 times. They needed so much help. Their previous realtor was terrible. And We finally got them under contract. And this time, number 4, it's actually going to close because we've actually done everything right. And these poor people are desperate to sell. And they are so thankful that I'm helping them. And so and they're just the nicest people. But at first they were very standoff and very guarded because they had received so many phone calls. So that's a very long-winded answer, but don't take it personal and know that what you're doing truly does help people.
Yep. Yeah, I would agree with that. What keeps me motivated with follow-ups is being detached from the outcome. Just knowing I'm doing my job.
That's a good point.
To best help them. So you can't be, if you're attached to the outcome, I mean, who are you really trying to help, yourself or them?
Right.
Doing what's best for them. And in sales, that's what you could be a solution-based salesperson. And that's what you're providing a solution to their problem. So staying motivated with follow-ups after getting so many people that say no. Yeah. I mean, were they ever a yes anyways? Were they ever a yes anyways? Or were you just trying to talk them into something and they wanted to get you off the phone or off their doorstep or whatever it may be, so they shoot you away? And staying organized, just 3x5 cards. Like I have all my leads, I write down on 3x5 cards, and then I have a little green box that sits in my car so I can pull them out. And the reason why I do that is when I'm in my car and I'm calling, it's easy for me to crumple them up and throw them on the ground. And when I go to the car wash, I just throw them in the trash.
So you're calling somebody like a callback, and they read you the riot act or something. You're like, okay, well, I don't have to call you back. Boop, boop, boop. And you're done.
The riot act.
That's exactly it. And as far as discipline goes, I think we make follow-up too complicated. Like your follow-up is, hey, do you still have a need? Do you still have a need? Are you still looking to do
right?
This?
Yeah.
No, not really. Then find out why. Be like, okay, I get it. Is it just not the right timing? You feel like you can't get the price you need? You just dig a little bit deeper, and if the answer is good, then just move on.
Right. And I am of the mindset that you don't delete anybody from your database unless they specifically tell you to.
Yeah.
Don't ever call me again. All right, I won't. You're gone. I'll delete you. But if you show any interest, like, look, I know you're not interested in selling this year, maybe not even next year, but would it be okay if I followed up with you every 3 to 6 months and just touch base and see if there's any way I can be of help or service? Life happens, things change, and you may decide to change your mind in the future. Sure, no problem. Okay, now you're in my database. So you're going to get a weekly email, a monthly text message, and a quarterly or maybe even every 6-month call.
Yep. All no means is no, not right now.
That's exactly right. Everybody's going to transact real estate at some point.
Some point in time. But I think the discipline so with follow-up, I look at it this way, and I was very much you remember being new to real estate and like every deal just mattered? Like you were attached to every single outcome, every single paycheck.
Yes. And I'd get so mad if it didn't work out. And I had terrible commission breath. It was terrible.
Yes.
Yep.
But the funny thing is when you don't want to follow up, it's because you're not generating. When you're constantly generating, constantly prospecting, and you have a full pipeline, you're trying to get rid of people.
Right. That's a very good point. That's true. Good.
So I look at follow-up. There's 3 reasons why you follow up with people: to set an appointment, to requalify, or to get rid of them. So requalify is they have a logical next step as to why this is the reason why I'm not buying from you, but I have a logical next step.
Well, and you know, a lot, yeah, and I think that's great. And a lot of times the next step is as simple as, you know, what would be the best next step for you and I, Kent? What's that, Matt? Uh, Next best step would be for me to just, it doesn't sound like you're ready, for me to follow up with you in 3 to 6 months. Would that be okay?
Yeah.
I mean, that's it. It doesn't, you know, it doesn't have to be groundbreaking next step. It's just like, hey, I think the next step for you and I is for me to follow up with you in a few months.
Yep. Totally agree. I think that there's a lot of coaching programs out there that will say, you know, if they're not ready to buy or transact within 7 days, throw them away.
Hello.
And that's a very good way to.
Hello, Corey. Hello, Corey. I called that guy, and his phone, he apparently answered his phone, didn't realize it because I could hear him talking to his friends. So I'll call him back tomorrow. Okay, with Corey. Hello.
But yeah, I mean, there's a lot of fallacies out there that you have to throw away your people, but that's just a good way to be prospecting for the rest of your career. To people you don't know. Hello, Adele. Hi, I was looking for Adele. Do I have a good number? Oh, Adele Hickman. That doesn't ring a bell? Okay. Well, let me try this. Do you live at 269 West, 300 South in Orem? Or am I just completely off? Okay. Hey, sorry about that. Oh, yeah, I am way off. Sorry about that, ma'am. Hope you have a wonderful day. Bye.
Oh, I don't have it written down. I'm sorry.
Hey, Lee, this is Matt Parker with Keller Williams. I just wanted to follow up with you. I sent you that buyer's questionnaire, I believe, for you and Julie, and wanted to see if you had checked out Homeward, if you had any questions about it or if you had gotten any answers. I know we had kind of briefly touched on it, but just wanted to follow up with you, see how things were going, and if you had any questions for me. Give me a call back when you can, 832-643-8443. Again, 832-643-8443. I'll talk to you soon, my friend. Have a good one.
Matt, we have been 3 days consistent on this thing.
What's that? 3 days consistent in our lead gen?
Say that again.
3 days consistent on this particular platform or lead gen in general?
Both.
Yeah.
Just prospecting with each other, right?
Oh yeah.
which I like.
I do too. I like it a lot. Keeps me motivated, makes me get on the phone, to the folks that ask the question, how do you stay motivated? Well, here's one of the ways right here.
Accountability.
Right. I'd love to tell you it's just one thing. Hey, if you did this thing, you'll be super motivated. You'll do it forever. That is simply not true. I think it's a lot of little things. You touched on it earlier, Kent, that a lot of people make prospecting way too damn complicated. I did that when I first started. Everything had to be perfect. Everything had to be just right. And if it wasn't, I couldn't prospect. And that was just an excuse not to prospect. so, so don't do that. Just get on the phone.
Remember, ready is a mindset.
Oh, I like it. That's right. That's exactly right. I wrote that. I put that in my book of quotes.
Yeah. I love that. Ready is a mindset, not a feeling. It is just funny. I remember the first day that I started prospecting. And I was like, okay. Remember just like hitting that dial button on your dialer and just being like, I don't think the anxiety that you felt.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. My guts were twisted. I was like nervous. I had Mojo. I got Mojo at the time because that's all I knew, and I put it on a one line dialer. And I even went through their. They have a dummy list that you can call, so you can get used to the dialer and clicking through everything. And I would go through the dummy list, and all it would do is just give you a voicemail, just a
I am
really,
looking for Jacqueline.
and I would actually talk to it as if I was prospecting. I would literally talk to them so I could get over the nervousness of actually talking to a live human. So I did that for a while.
Well, it's funny because like the first call, they always say this: first call is the hardest call.
Yeah.
Then the second call is a little bit kind of hard. And by the third, fourth call, you're like, this isn't bad.
Right. Well, I mean, you played football, didn't you?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So yeah, remember how nervous you were before the game started? But then you get out on the field and you're nervous, man. You got this crazy nervous energy. Maybe your stomach is kind of turning over a little bit. But as soon as you take that first hit, as soon as you get hit, all of that just goes away. You're just like, bam. And you're like, let's do it. And that's the switch. As soon as you make that first call, it's just like, boom.
Yeah.
Like, let's get in this.
Did you read the book? I think you did. How I Overcame. Oh, what is it called?
Call Reluctance.
Call Reluctance.
I did. Great book, by the way.
And the Fear of Self-Promotion.
I have a few books that are rereads I like to reread every year. The Shift, specifically this year, 2023 is a great book. Ego is the Enemy. The One Thing, big. That's a big one. What's the other one? It's slipping my mind. But that one is a reread for me.
Oh, it's excellent.
Yeah.
Even if you just go to the last pages and it has all of those affirmations in there.
Yep.
So much good you can do. But it is crazy how your ego will just compromise you. Like, hey, you're in danger.
Right. Well, it's funny because a lot of the things with ego in that book, if you'll read the book, Ego is the Enemy, it is so parallel to that. And Ego is the Enemy is really good because it goes very deep into that, but it's not too sciencey. It just explains it in a way that you experience your ego on a daily basis.
Yep.
And as you read it, you go, holy crap, I do that exact thing. That's my ego doing that. I just thought that was a truly legitimate reason not to prospect. It's not. That's my ego.
Yep. It's just, oh, okay, nothing's going to happen. Okay,
right.
Fine. Nobody's going to reach through the phone and strangle me.
They may want to, but they physically cannot.
Yes, exactly.
Hey, Jeannie, this is Matt Parker. How are you? I'm doing wonderful. I'm doing wonderful. Did you guys have a good Thanksgiving? Oh, I'm glad. Yeah. Are you back in town and all situated, or? Okay. Well, sure. That's fine. I I understand. I do. Well, I just wanted to touch base with you. I know you went out of town and then Thanksgiving happened, and so it's been a while since you and I have spoken, but I just wanted to follow up with you and see if I could be of help or service to you. And if not, if now is not the time for you, if you want to stay put, then that's perfectly fine. Is there something in particular that you're waiting for, or do you just think uh, at the time of year? Oh, okay. Okay. Well, it can kind of refresh your mind and change your perspective a little bit when you get out of it, right? You're in a stressful situation and you step away from that
Oh, Joni.
for a little while. That can help help you clarify.
Hey, Joni. This is Ken
What
over
you
at
want to
Summit
do.
Realty. How are you today?
Yeah, yeah. Okay.
Good.
Well, Jeannie,
The
I
reason why I
will.
was calling is we just listed
Well,
Claudia
we
Laycock's
certainly.
home over on 300
Oh,
West,
she's super excited. She's
220
already got her
South
list of Santa
for
Claus, and
490,000.
her elf on the shelf has already taken her list to Santa Claus, and so she's super excited, and I am too. My wife and I, we were excited about a little bit of time with family and some.
She hung up on me, Emmanuel.
That's going to be real nice. So,
Oh man.
right. Well,
Yeah, it does.
that's going to be nice. Well, Jeannie, listen, I am here for you. So if things change and you decide that you do want to buy a property, or you just have some questions about real estate or whatever, you can always give me a call. I hope you've got my cell phone in. I hope you've got my number in your cell phone. Okay, good. So feel free to call me. But in the meantime, I will stay in contact with you. I'll touch base with you in 2023 sometime. All right. All right, Jeannie. You have a great day and a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Okay. All right. Talk to you soon. Bye.
Hello, Lester. Hi, Lester. This is Kent at Summit Realty. How are you today? With Summit Realty, the reason why I was calling is we just listed Claudia Laycock's home over on 300 West, 220 South for 490,000. And I was reaching out to see who you know that might be looking to move into the area. We want to pick a good neighbor for you, Lester. No, well, I appreciate you thinking about it. You know what's funny about old people? As soon as they're done talking to you, it's just like,
Oh yeah.
they don't
Okay,
hesitate.
have a Merry Christmas. Click. It's like, hold on. I got to get back to my episode of Gunsmoke. I'll talk to you later. Click.
And it is funny because you can always hear like the TV in the background, full blast.
Oh yeah.
Hello, William. Oh, I apologize about that. Have a wonderful day. Bye.
Hey, Robert, this is Matt with Red Oak Realty Services. How are you doing today? Hey, Robert, you may not remember this, but you actually spoke to a team member of mine back in August about your property on Prairie Village Drive. And she had asked you the question if you'd given any consideration to possibly selling your property and downsizing, upsizing. And you said you had given it some consideration. So I just wanted to touch base with you and see if that was still the plans for you. Oh, okay. Okay. Sure. Okay. A year or so. Okay. All right. Well, and I will tell you, Robert, our job, or my job as I see it, is to help people when they're ready. And so when you guys are ready to start looking for property, I would love to get some more information from you and start sending properties that might meet your criteria. And then ultimately take you out and show them to you if that interests you. We are a full service real estate company. We help people buy, sell, and even invest in property every day of the week. And I would love to be a real estate resource for you and your wife in the future, if that'd be okay. 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 Okay.
Hello, Paul.
More
Hey,
conclusive.
Paul,
Yeah. Okay. Hey, that's not a problem at all. I'll definitely follow up with you on Friday, and we'll find out what your
I'm doing really well. Thanks for
And
asking.
like I told you, one of the
Really
things
quick, I
I
was
like to send
calling
folks
because we
buyers
just
questionnaire,
listed
just ask you a lot
Claudia
of questions that
Laycock's
really
home.
make you
I
think,
don't know if you know
what kind of home do I want to
to
buy
300
next?
West
And
226.
it really helps narrow your focus.
And I was seeing
And
if you, we
in the
listed
answer to
it
those questions, I can start sending
she lives
properties
in
to you that
Brick
you and your
Ram.
wife would like. If
About
you
300
guys
West.
do in fact
But we
decide
have it
to
listed at
make it. If not,
490
we'll
and just
hold off on
dropped
that,
the
do it another
price to
time.
14,000.
But so what's a good email for you, Robert?
76 right now. I was curious to see if you know of anybody, friends, family members that are looking to move into the area.
Huh? All right, let me repeat that to you. Robert, ROBERTLUJANO at att.net. Is that correct? Okay. Well, Robert, it was a pleasure talking to you. I appreciate you being so kind. And,
Yeah.
I will follow up with you on Friday and find out, and we'll go from there, my friend.
Yeah. So we.
Oh, thanks, Robert. I'm gonna text you in just a minute. And
Yeah. So have you
my
ever heard of a
contact
company
information,
called
okay?
Red
So
X?
in the meantime, if you or your wife have
They're a
any questions,
local
give me a holler.
company out of Orem, but
All
they
right.
pull
Thanks, sir.
neighborhood
Have a great
data.
one. Bye-bye.
So when we list a home, we can call the neighbors and just talk to them about it. Because most neighbors appreciate to know the information, and they might know of somebody. So. All right. Is that what you do for a living? Okay. I love it. I love it. Well, Paul, I appreciate your time, my friend. If there's ever anything we can do for you, let me know. Even if you're looking for a good investment property, we'll hound dog that for you. I get it. I get it. Hey, thanks, Paul. Appreciate you, sir. Bye. You too. Bye. He's a real estate agent investor.
Ah. So is he an investor or is he a real estate agent or does he truly do both?
He says that he's like, well, I don't do real estate as much. I'm more of an investor.
Yeah.
But I have my license. Cool guy. Do you have a list of investors, Matt?
I do. Yeah. If I get a property that is just doesn't meet, I mean, I'll put anything on the MLS. I don't care.
Yeah.
It can be a 2-bedroom, 1-bath crack house. I'll put it on the MLS because that's where you're going to get the most bang for the buck. There's just no doubt. But I will shop it to that list of investors. I'll email them and send the MLS link and say, hey guys, or I'll even do it before I put it on the MLS. Like, hey, this is a great opportunity. Let me know what you think if you're interested before I put it on the MLS. And I'll ask of course, here in Texas, you got to ask your clients before you do that.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm looking for the property owners of 262 North Almond Street. Hello?
You know what's really crazy? At least I feel this way. Whenever I prospect in the mornings and I just get it off my plate and I'm done with it, the rest of my day I'm so much happier.
100% agree. 100%. It's like it almost doesn't matter what happens the rest of the day. I know I got that done.
Yeah.
And that is almost always, it is always the most important thing.
Yep. And you're just like, even if you don't get anything,
right?
The confidence that you have talking to your clients, like I'll go to the gym afterwards. Maybe I don't go in the morning, so I'll go in the afternoon. I'm just like, ooh, today's just a good day. And like,
I prospected.
It's a trickle down effect of how I'm going to feel the rest of the day.
I have a sense of, you ever leave the house and have that sense of nervousness that you're forgetting something?
Yeah.
When I don't prospect, I have that all day.
Yep.
Then you got to do it double next day.
So that's typically the rule, but it almost never happens because the next day is when the crap hits the fan. And because as soon as you say, I'm going to prospect every day, the universe will send things to block you. I guarantee it. It is a fight to do it. First day or two, you get away with it. Day 3 through the rest of your life prospecting, the universe sends things to try to block you from doing what you know you should be doing.
Challenges you.
That's right.
Because the good things don't come easy.
No.
Never.
I just thought of something. I don't know. A funny rhyme popped into my head.
Hello, Juliana.
I can't say it.
Hey, Juliana. This is Ken over at Summit Realty. How are you today? Good. The reason why I was calling Juliana is we have Claudia Laycock's home listed over on 300 West, 220 South for $490,000. I was reaching out to see if you know of anybody that's looking to move into Orem or even the neighborhood. Oh, you have? Okay. Okay. Yeah, please do. If you hear of anybody, give us a call. And when you list that one near Mountain View, give us a call, and we'd be happy to. If this house doesn't work for them, maybe they're looking for something bigger or different, we'd love to reach out to you. As you know, that happens all the time.
Hey, Jared, this is Matt Parker with Keller Williams Realty. I was calling
How are you?
because you had spoken to a team member of
Please
mine
do.
back in
Hey, thanks for
September
Liana.
about the
Bye.
possibility of buying a investment property. And we help people buy, sell, and invest in property every day of the week. We're a full service real estate team. I just wanted to reach out, introduce myself, and see how I can be of help or service to you. If you would like, give me a call back. My number is 832-643-8443. That is my cell phone. It's 832-643-8443. I sure would like to discuss with you what you're looking for in your next rental property and how we can help you. So give me a call when you get a chance. I will talk to you soon, my friend. Have a great day.
And that's the second realtor I've ran into. I think the funniest thing for me is you go on these Facebook.
Hey, Linus, this is Matt Parker with Keller Williams Realty. How are you? Hey, I just wanted to touch base with you and see if
I'm
you
looking
and
for
Bruno had
Samantha.
come to any decision on what you're going to do with your property at 7342 Curlew.
Wrong number.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Well, at one point, you guys told me y'all wanted to sell it, but you didn't want to do anything to it. And we had gotten an offer. So I did just that. I went out and shopped it to investors that I work with. And I had an offer. I brought it back to you guys, but I didn't hear anything back. So that's why I'm wondering if you guys, are y'all still interested in selling it to an investor, or do y'all want to spend time fixing it up? Uh-huh. Ah, okay. Okay. Well, I mean, listen, I'll be honest with you, Glenn. I said, I don't want to, I certainly don't want to seem like I'm chasing you specifically if the two of you don't want to sell the property. If you don't, that's perfectly fine. I just want to make sure that if you do, if I can help you guys to do it. And so I've called him before, left him voicemails. And so if I have glynbru@aol.com. Okay. What's BRUGLYN@AOL.com? Okay.
I'm looking for the property owners of.
And his number is 713-517-0848. Okay. Okay, I understand. Well, let me ask you. And I understand. Well, let me ask you this, Glennis. I certainly will follow up with Bruno. But what's your thoughts? Do you want to sell the property, or do y'all want to keep it? Okay. 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 All right. Well, I'll reach out to Bruno and see if there's anything I can do to help you guys. And I'm here for you. This is my. Do you have my cell phone saved in your mobile phone? Okay. All right. Well, in the meantime, if you have any questions for me, please feel free to give me a call. But I will reach out to Bruno and see if I can help you guys. Yes, ma'am. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Hi, I'm looking for the property owners of 8037 South Royal Lane. Sorry, don't mean to bother. I don't mean to bother. Have a good one.
Hey, Deborah, this is Matt with Red Oak Realty Services. You and I spoke back in September about your two properties that you have, the 2 units that you were trying to split. Did you ever get those sold? Ah, yeah. And who said it would be December before they split them? Who told you that? Oh, okay. Okay. So the appraisal district or the county to get that done? Okay. So
Hello, Jackson. Ben, oh, do you know a Jackson Hill by chance? Or do I just have a completely wrong
yeah.
number? Okay.
Right.
Hey, sorry about that, Ben. No, not a problem. Have a good day, my friend. Bye.
Right. Well, yeah, if you want to sell them. And do you have, you say it again? Okay. And remind me again, do you have renters in those properties? Okay. Got it. Okay. So as soon as you can, no, I was going to say, so as soon as you get the approval on the splitting of them from the tax records, right? Is that what you were trying to do, is split them from the tax records? Okay. It's funny because there's a lot of that mentality going around. You should just help me out because I'm me. Right. Don't you want to sell that house to me and do so at a discount? Right. Well, right. Well, at the end of the day, you can't.
Renato, I was looking for Stephen Coons. I may have the wrong number.
Yeah.
Sorry about that, man. Well, have a wonderful day. Bye.
Very nice. Yeah. Okay. So you're just going to sell the one, take the equity out of that, and use it. Now, are you going to use that equity to purchase another property, or? Yeah. Mm-hmm. Right. And your rental income, are you getting pretty good cash flow from your rental income when you do have renters in it? Yeah. Okay. So what makes you want to sell it if you're Oh, I see. So mm-hmm. Yeah, I understand. Then yeah, that'll yeah. Yeah. So that'll help you take out a little cash and then also have a small rental income coming in every month on the other one. Yeah. Okay. All right. I understand. Have you yeah. Well, are you working with a realtor to help you get these properties sold when you get them split? Mm-hmm. You know, you know, yeah. Mm-hmm. Right. Well, here's the difference. Here's the difference, Deborah. If you need that money, if you need the most money out of that property, then you need to hire a realtor. And the reason for it is you just get way more exposure, and it allows you to get multiple offers on properties like that. Had your husband, well, that's because you hired the wrong realtor. It's just that simple. So if you hire the right realtor, they'll typically get you multiple offers and do a really good job by you and bring you more money than you would get otherwise. So a lot of people want to sell it themselves. I get that. But they typically end up losing money when they do that, just simply because they're not getting near as much exposure as you would if you hired a realtor who's trained in how to market a property. So what I would love to do is just meet with you and just walk you through what we do, how we do it, and show you how we'll sell your property and get you top dollar for it when we do sell it. That's what we do every day of the week, and we're pretty darn good at it. So you want 82. So how much do you owe? Well, first, okay. And how much do you owe on it? Got it. Okay. Well, it does. I mean, if you want 182 and you owe 150, or you owe 220, then it does matter. It absolutely matters as to what you want. My job would be to help you get as much as you can out of it, not to try to negotiate just based on what you owe. It's to get you as much as you can, regardless of how much you owe. My hope is you'd owe zero on it. Mm-hmm. Oh, sure. Of course I do. Yeah. So, and do you mind if I ask what? Uh-huh. Oh, good. Well, that's wonderful for her. So you keep saying 182. Is what's significant about that number? Is that your neighbor got that? Oh, okay. Okay. Good deal. All right. And are you interested in hiring a realtor, or you feel like you're going to do that on your own? Uh-huh. Well, did your neighbor sell it with a realtor, or did she sell it on her own? Okay. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. But do you see the but do you see the do you see the difference though? So your friend had a realtor, your husband had a realtor, and they sold it for what they wanted for it, right? So that's what I'm uh-huh. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh no, I do. Yeah. I totally understand what you're saying. Yeah. Okay. Hmm. Yeah. Yeah. That's a shame.